Hi there, welcome back to the channel. This week I went along to the Calgary Zoo. They had a photography event called Focused Destination Africa. We got to go in and see some of the exhibits before the public was allowed in, and so it was a nice opportunity to take some shots. So I went along to the zoo, took some shots in the African area, which had hippos and stuff like that, and then later on I went along to the penguin enclosure and got some shots in that area. All the while, I had in mind to test out some new software that the folks at DxO have provided, and they gave me PureRAW 6 to have a look at. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, having some, showing you some zoo shots of some of the animals and taking a look at the program PureRAW 6. Okay, well, I hope that sounds good. Let's see what results we get. As I said in my introduction there, I went along to the Calgary Zoo for some cool behind the scenes. Well, it wasn't really behind the scenes, it was just sort of before the public arrived. So it was sort of taking shots at the zoo before the massive hordes of people were there. But it did allow for some sort of more intimate time and shots, because usually it's really packed there. Anyways, so I went along to the zoo. We got to shoot some of the animals in the African experience area, and then I stayed after and did some stuff in the penguin enclosures. That was a really fun shoot, mixing it up from urban photography and landscape, doing some wildlife photos. It was not really wildlife, they're wild animals, but they're in captivity, sort of distinction there. So I got some lemurs and penguins and some hippo shots, a lot of interesting things. So I'm going to show some of the results from that, and I'm going to show some of the results of a program that I've been given access to, which is DxO's PureRAW 6. They contacted me and provided me with the program and asked me to have a look at it. I've never used it before. I've never used any of their products before, from 5 down to any of the other ones, and so I didn't really know much about it, but they let me know that it was the sort of program that comes in before you're editing and processes things ready to move on to whatever eventual editor that you use, in my case, Lightroom. And so I was really, it's kind of the first time my YouTube channel has attracted someone that, you know, wanted to get my thoughts on a program, or sort of highlighted, you know, that I might have a viewpoint about something. So it's kind of exciting in that regard that they noticed me even. So I was happy to try it out for them, but even happier that some of the results that it provided were, to be honest, quite amazing, and it's a program I'll definitely use. So let's see what this is all about and have a look at some of the animals from the day and the program. So we've opened up PureRAW 6, and it just opens up into the page where you can load the images that you've taken. So I'm going to just click on mine. I'll go to the folder that I want, and these are the raw files. So I'm just going to do a selection from the zoo shoot, not all of them, and they're going to load up into the interface, as you can see here. And then let's just pick one. Let's go to this guy. So let's right click and do process, and then I've set up some settings that I've saved as a preset myself, and I have it set to compress the image and then export it as a DNG file, which is compatible with most of your editing software, in my case Lightroom Classic. So you can set up the corrections that you want to do, and for the most part I've just left it on default, because a broad brush stroke of changes is fine for me. Like, it
has dust removal. You'll see when we compare. And then you select your output preferences. I've got them going into a subfolder. And I might experiment with this program to see if I can cut down on some of my storage needs by compressing these files and then getting rid of the original raw files that are larger. And of course, if I have really important images, I might not get rid of the raw file as well. But, you know, for just sort of everyday shots, having that DNG file is fine for me, and a compressed version will help my computer. Anyways, so you set those settings anew, save the preset if you want, and then process. I don't know if you can see down here, it says processing 0 of 1 image. Now, you could do all of these at once if you wanted to, and it will process them all and start a queue. And I've got it to automatically import it into Lightroom. So it launches Lightroom. It will look at the ones from that folder. There's a few more I did here as a test, you can see. And then it opens it up. And then you can just, you know, select and import it as usual. We'll go back to DxO RAW. DxO PureRAW 6, and it's still got it up, so let's hit view results. And here we go. You can see, I mean, I can see from here, but you won't be able to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and you can see from there the noise. Now let's just use the slider, and you can just see it just cut through it like butter. It's just bled it all off, and then when we move out, you can see it a little bit there, and let's move over our guys. So you can see some of the details are crisped up, and it's just beautiful. The results are just remarkable. You can do the slider. You don't have to do the slider. You can do just a before and after. So I think if you look at what this program does, it's going to get rid of noise. And this was an indoor situation here at the zoo. It was at the penguin enclosure area, which is an indoor thing, and it has this artificial roof that's supposed to look like Arctic light. So it's not full daylight in there, and so I didn't worry at all. I had it on auto ISO. I let it go as high as it needed to be because I knew I was going to be testing this. So it was perfect to test this, and the results, to my mind, were amazing. So here I just thought I'd show you the files here that have been processed. And as you can see, they're like 13 megabytes, 16 megabytes, 15 megabytes, that sort of range. And I thought we'd compare that to what they were coming in as a raw file. So here's that top one that I was looking at. This one here, 0562 is the file name. The original raw file, 26 megabytes here. So a significant amount has been bled off and will be saved. So if this one isn't really a super important image, which it isn't, but yet I still want to keep it, I could delete these originals and keep the compressed raw 6 version. That would save me some storage space on my machine, and or in the cloud, or however you do your saving your files. So I think that's a really great benefit. And then on top of that, you have what it's doing to the images, which is cleaning it up and sharpening it up, and then exporting it into your workflow just normally without too much hassle right into Lightroom, or if you were to open it up into Luminar Neo or whatever other program you might use, it just does that seamlessly. Okay, well, this is a photography channel, so let us do I'll show you some photographs now from the day, some of the animals and critters, and we'll also do some before and after shots. here's this penguin shot, and I'll do the bleed away of the noise for this one. Pretty impressive. Okay, so here's the before and after of this penguin image with the sliding partition.
So those are some of the shots and some of the experiences of working with PureRAW 6, and I think it was a pretty interesting program to look at, as I mentioned. And I've actually got a promo code if you would like to try it out, and I think it'll give you 15% off. Have a look for that in my description. They were really nice to give me that promotion code. So yeah, if you feel like checking it out, go into my description and use that to that code. I'm not getting paid anything for this. It's not really a review. It's just sort of my experience. It's just they just thought they'd provide that that discount, which is really nice of them. Okay, I hope you enjoyed learning about PureRAW 6. It was fun to learn a new program and see the functionality in the process. And I think I'll probably use it quite a bit with shots that have a lot of noise and just need a little boost of help in that respect. So thanks to the people at DxO for giving me that program and providing, don't forget, the discount if you want to check that out for 15% off. You can learn all about the program yourself. And if you want to learn more about that program, I have a photographer that I follow on YouTube who I really like. His name is Andrew Banner, and he's actually reviewing PureRAW 6 as well. He goes into a lot of the really technical aspects of it and the technical aspects of like ISO and digital noise and some of that stuff. So if delving deeper in that regard is of interest to you, then check out his channel. It was a very recent video he did. Look for that. Thank you also to the Calgary Zoo for hosting photographers. It was really great to be able to see the animals, or at least see them without the public getting in the way and having to deal with that whole situation. So I got some fun shots. Anyways, thank you for returning to the channel. I would love it if you posted any comments you had about anything that I've shown you today, either of the, maybe you've used PureRAW 6 or some of the earlier versions, if you have any thoughts about that. Any thoughts about my photos, and I would love any likes to the video to help me grow. And if you care to subscribe, that would help a lot. Anyways, don't know what I'm doing next time, but hopefully you'll find it entertaining. Thanks for now, and take care. Bye.